This is going to be a two-part video. Now, as you know, in the first video, Chonk was about to go live, so I had to do the video real quick to make sure that the legends had all the information they need. Anyhow, they went live, and you can adopt your Chonk, so I got me one. So this was the original site. Then they had the private whitelist sale, because remember, there's only 1,000. So in the whitelist, people were allowed to get the first 650. However, there was only like 497 that was done with the private sales, because what the terms were the first 650, once they were purchased, then it would automatically switch over to the public. So, or within an hour. So it's 650. If they would have went in 10 minutes, it would have switched over in 10 minutes to the public. However, they didn't sell all the 650. So we hit the hour, then it went public, and this is how it looked. Let me hit a refresh. They may be gone already now. Oh, yep. See, exactly. I'm glad I did the video in time. So that's what's happened. And it was only 1,000. Rarity is not even excuse. Anyhow, let's go ahead and look at my Chonk. So you can see I'm on OpenSea. So when we go out to OpenSea, this is my Chonk owned by me. Now, then when you go down here, and I got a fatty. A fatty caddy. All right. So a thick, if that's what they want to call it, NFT token hybrid collection that allows you to seamlessly swap your NFTs for Chonk tokens and vice versa. So I already explained a little bit of that in the first video. So here's my traits for my cat. He's 5 already. He's 5 years old. I don't know what the 12% means. What does that mean? Okay, did I make it bigger? Oh, I don't want to see all the chunks. I want to stay with mine. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so he's 5 years old. My favorite activity is dreaming of, I don't know if I'm supposed to fill in this. His favorite food is shrimp. I guess like Garfield's is lasagna. Now, my kitty's name is Butters. I don't know. I don't know if we can change the name or what. His weight is 25 pounds. Believe me, I got a fat cat. So when I show you some of the other kitties, their weight don't even come close to mine. So then you can scroll down here. Yeah, that was the mint price, which was 0.242, which was right around $83, give or take, on base. So it was all good. Now, I probably would have got more, but I have my funds. I was trying to move it at the last second because, like I say, it was a rush against time. So I'm like, hey, I got one. I'm good. No, not trying to be greedy. See, now see, like this kitty cat here. Now, remember, mine's just 25 pounds. Let's see how fat. See that somebody's already got it listed, $349. No, it's too rare. See, his cat's only 19 pounds. Let me see what's one of these fat cats down here. Ooh, this Chonk looks huge. He looks bigger than mine. Let's take a peek. Ooh, he's 33 pounds. So he's, see, but he got a big name. He got Bubba. Let me see if I can go back here. And so anyhow, is this my page? Nope. Go back one more page. So what I'm going to do in the second video, so after the NFTs were bought and closed out, as we saw, now I guess a certain amount of time is going to pass, then the token is going to be launched. That's a whole nother ball game there with the token. I'm definitely going to get me some of the Chonk tokens to go with my Chonk the kitty. So I'm going to make sure I start moving my funds to base to ensure that they are ready to go. Okay, so here's Dan. Whoops, where's my guy? Is that my cat? Yeah. So how do I see? So I guess you can't change this because that's my traits about Chonk. And then they got details. Okay, da-da-da. Yeah, okay, I got that. So I guess it's just the traits. I guess they're stuck the way they are because when you click it, it just goes to all the chunks. Okay. Oh, see, there was one right there. He looks a bit, she look a bit spicy. That got to be a girl kitty cat. Look at that. Let me see. What's the name? Zara. She's 18 pounds. She looks a bit mean there. All right, legend. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause here, and then I will continue the video once the token is released, and we'll go into that. So when the token is released, maybe I'll make this into 3 parts because I wanted to go through the white paper more than I did, because you know how I usually go through the white paper. So we'll see. So let's pause for the call. We're back. So now we know the NFTs, the hybrids were released, as well as the Chonk tokens. So we're going to finish our thorough review. Well, thorough as I do. The full thorough is up to you. For you to do your own research for Chonk. And then we're going to go through the website, the Chonk.finance, especially the Chonk tank. We're going to go out to OpenSea. We're going to take a look at the price of the token right now. Let's engage. Okay. So first thing, let's go back to where we were. Now, we already know that Chonk was a NFT and token hybrid. So where we left off was the game theory concepts. Now, the Chonk tank acts as a simple NFT escrow solution which pay out the Chonk tokens immediately from the Chonk tank when the user chooses to lock their NFT. All right, so you already know. When the user wishes to retrieve their NFT back from the Chonk tank, they can do so at any time by paying the claim token amount back to the Chonk tank and the Chonk token. So pretty much what they're saying is, if I put my NFT in, then say they issue me 1,000 tokens and I get 1,000 back. I'm going to have to see how that works. Okay. And it says here that, and I can get them back at any time by paying the claim token. So 3% of Chonk from both Chonk claims and Chonk payments is burned forever. That's going to be nice to make the supply dwindle. So here, okay, this is where we need to overstand. The premium amount while paying back the Chonk tank ensures that there will always be enough liquid Chonk available in the Chonk tank to account for each NFT in circulation after the 3% burn takes place. For example, a user wants to retrieve their Chonk NFT and pay Chonk to the Chonk tank to get it back. The user would pay the Chonk tank 420,690 tokens plus the premium of 12 million Chonk tokens for a total of 433,310,700 Chonk tokens to be transferred to the contract. The contract will then burn 12.6 million Chonk, 3%, ensuring that exactly 420,690 tokens are returned to the Chonk tank. Now, the game theory ideas for consideration. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all this. I'm just going to do the highlights. Okay, as more Chonk NFTs are sent to the Chonk tank, they become scarcer on the market, potentially influencing the floor price of the NFT. Or wait till we see the prices on OpenSea. Number 2, each Chonk NFT sold on the secondary market comes with an attached bounty and essentially gives each NFT a liquid value. Number 3, because not every Chonk NFT holder will claim their Chonk tokens, a significant portion of the Chonk supply could remain locked, maintaining a low circulating supply of the Chonk token. And this reduction in circulating supply may lead to a supply shock, potentially influencing the token price. Number 4, the two-way escrow mechanism presents a perpetual arbitrage opportunity because the Chonk token price is linked with the value of the NFT. For example, if the NFT's floor price falls beneath the claimable amount in terms of the Chonk token, a user could buy the NFT at the floor price, claim the Chonk tokens attached to it, and then sell the acquired Chonk tokens on Uniswap for a quick gain. If a user sells all of their Chonk tokens from their claims and later decides to retrieve the NFT, they can buy back the necessary amount of Chonk tokens and pay back the Chonk tank for the NFTs at any time. This process offers users flexibility and creates a potential arbitrage opportunity for participation at a later date if desired. Like I say, those are just a few different possibilities to do. Okay, next up was the token distribution. We already know. So we see the supply here. The initial was the 63 billion. Then there was 357 billion that's in the Chonk tank. Now, as we know, they're going to have that 3% burn every time somebody puts an NFT in or pulls an NFT out. So, let me make sure. Yeah, see? Exactly. So 3% on the claim and the payments is burned. All right, so it's the double-edged sword. And how to bridge. All right, if you already know how to bridge, like I say, I use swap base, which is pretty simple. You can go to here, and I think I showed this in the other video. If not, there's a video out there. So you can come here. Then let me switch to Chonk here. Okay, so say I had some BNB on the Binance Smart Chain. I would just come here, connect the wallet, Robbie. Then I would say, okay, I have some BNB. I don't think I have no BNB in this wallet. So, okay, I'm on base. And I'm going to use base. Well, let me do that over. Let's say I have it on BSC. So we scroll down to BNB chain. And then I want to do BNB. And then I want to move it over to base where Chonk is. And I need it in base ETH. That's it. Connect the wallet. So it don't matter where this was. Well, I would be in that wallet because it would tell me to connect to that wallet. Then I would just put the amount in here. It's going to do some searching to find you the best possible route and then swap. Then your BNB is going to move from the BNB chain. It's going to come to base and it's going to be ETH. Then you can go to Uniswap and purchase your Chonk tokens. Okay, so now we did the white paper review here. I think that was it because then it's how to bridge and the contracts and everything there. So that's it for the white paper, or excuse me, the thick paper. Now let's go to the website. There's certain things here. That's the Chonk tank we're going to talk about. They have Chonk merchandise. You get Chonk hat, water bottle, sweatshirt, and t-shirts. And you can join their email mailing list. Then we went over the thick paper. Okay, you know what? Let's go to OpenSea. I had OpenSea. I thought I already had it open. Oh, maybe I didn't have it open. Okay, go to OpenSea. Let me do mine. I don't know why it make me do it every time. No, it's not. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. All right, and you can see my Chonk right here. And again, Meat Butters. That's my NFT's name. I don't know if you're supposed to change the name or whatever, but that's my NFT. I'm going to assume it's a female. It doesn't say what it is. It's just Butters, but I don't want my cat named Butters. So that's the cat's name. It's 5.5 years old. Weight is 25 pounds. So I do have me a chunky one, but I know that I don't have the chunkiest. Now, what are these offers? Man, these people going crazy. Psh, you're talking about all a bunch of offers. And getting my kitty cat. All right, now, when they were released, they were 0.0242 each, which came out to about $87, give or take. So now, when you go out here and you look at all of these for sale, oh my goodness. Let me see. Let's go back to Chonk. The floor price is now 1.28 ETH. So you're not getting them cheap anymore at $87. Man, so even if they priced high to low. So the cheapest is 1.28. So if you come all the way down to the highest, and remember, there was only 1,000 to begin with. And there are a lot that's locked up in the Chonk tank. Okay, see, so some people still have theirs out here. Like mine is out here, but it's not for sale. So if we go to, these people going crazy. 888 ETH. This is a big chunk here. 482. And how much does that one weigh? That one only weighs 24 pounds, but it looks like it weighs more than Butters. And see somebody's in here doing the same thing in mine. They're just out here making offers. I'm not selling mine. I'm going to put mine in the Chonk tank. But as you can see, the floor price now. So even at the cheapest at 1 point, let's go back up to the top here. So 1.28 ETH. Let's see how much that actually is. Okay, let's go to CoinMarketCap. See how much. Okay, put this in here. Okay, and ETH. Scroll over here. Okay, so let's put in 1.28. They want $4,400 per chunk. Now, like I said, it was only 1,000 to begin with. So that's that. So now let's go over to the Chonk tank, see what I can do with mine. Let me get this my ledger ready because I know it's gonna. So here in the Chonk tank, let's go to the Chonk tank here. I'm just trying to get my ledger ready because it's gonna fall asleep right in the middle of the video like it always does, because I know I'll be rambling sometimes. Okay, so the ledger's ready. So you can see my Chonk is sitting there. So what I'm gonna do, lock your Chonk and claim. All right, so let me select my Chonk. Total chunks to claim minus the burn. So they're gonna give me this many chunks. 408,000. Oh no, excuse me, 408,069,300 chunks. So let's go ahead and how do I lock them up? Pay chunk to total chunks to claim minus the burn. Lock your chunk and claim your chunk. Okay, so lock and claim. Okay, so it's processing. Look at that gas, 6 cents. Woo, layer 2. Okay, so my chunk is now officially locked. Okay, so there goes the tokens. Okay, and approve here. All right. Claim the transaction sent, waiting for confirmation. Oh, I want to show you just how many of the chonkers have put their chunk into the tank. Okay, so success and close. So he's still sitting there. Like I said, I can claim him back at any time. So I can pay the chunk. So I can pay back this amount. You can see that. So I went from 408 to 433. That's a negative. And look how many. So, okay, so chunks are here. I know it showed the stats here. So the NFT value, look at, that's that. It's the swap value. That's crazy. Okay, we knew there was 1,000. See, out of the 1,000, 571 are in the chunk tanks. And so there's still 429 that's just floating out there like mine was previously. There's the chunk token supply, the USD price. So if I take this USD price, let me see here. And what they gave me, 408 million. I'm just going to do a rough. So 408 million times this current price. Let's see what that value is. 0.50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3197. Ooh, they just gave me $1,300 in tokens. That right? We're gonna see in a second because I have my chunks in the wallet here. Yeah, look at that. Looky here. So I could go out and go with these and do whatever I want to do. I can cash them in, but my chunk is locked up. That's crazy. Now you can see, so there's people out there that got more than one chunk. So imagine if people had 4, because I think you could get mint 5 at a time. So if you minted 5 of these, so 5 times the $1,400, man, outstanding, legendary. That's what it's all about. Okay. So we went over everything that I wanted to go over. So like I said, I had to do this in 2 parts. So we went over, Let's go back here to the home, make sure we covered everything. So I don't want to make the video too long. So we went over to Chonk Tank. You just saw me put them in there, and I was issued my tokens. But now if I want to get them to get my cat back, it's going to cost me a little bit more. Matter of fact, let's go back to the tank, because now if I want to get Butters out, because he's locked up, it's going to cost me. So if I click here, it's going to cost me 433. Okay, so now let's see how much that is if I have to pay back. 433,310,700 times, let's go to the stats, times the price is going to be times 0.12345, 3175. It's going to cost me $1,375 to get my Chonk out. It's all good. All right, so we did go over everything I need to go to. So as always, it's for informational, educational purposes only. This is never intended as any type of financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here sharing information in regards to Chonk. I knew it was going to be something different, because like we already knew it was going to be a hybrid, but that's amazing that we can actually leverage our cat or our Chonk. And man, because technically you could almost leverage your Chonk. And if you could find somebody that was going to sell one to you cheaper, you have to overstand. All right. Like I say, KRS-One, knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. I will have the link again in the description for the thick paper. Read the thick paper. Make sure that you understand how everything works, especially the game theory considerations that we just went over. We saw what was going on with OpenSea. Now, like I said, you can always come out here and try to lowball and see if you can get one. Like I said, my goal was at least to get one, because there was only 1,000 available. So all I ask that you please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And from myself and Butters, engage.